you come here for crafting certification?
If you came for crafting, sir, you must be here to learn the craft, yes?
Get back, you betcha!
Blasted elves. How dare they attack Farwatch? We're not prepared for this. If they launch a full assault, we're doomed.
We've got our hands full just trying to stop the Aldmeri Dominion forces. They're using the tower to signal their ships, and we know that messages are being relayed between their commanders. We need to see one of those messages. If you could, that would be greatly appreciated. One of our injured scouts reported a command camp nearby, across the bridge from the tower. Bring any messages you find to Captain Jalam. She's patrolling.
Sarah? Not quite for mummy. I wasn't worried. Were you worried? Something you need to discuss? Change of plans? Hope we find something interesting. Wait.
Dominion soldiers are everywhere. Hadir had to recruit a mercenary? Not a good sign. Let me see those messages. By the 8, the Dominion's planning a full-scale assault. Thanks, Stendar. That will buy us precious time. We need to douse their signal fires before they can send the command. Take this storm rune and use it to put out the fires. Then meet me on the shore. Good work extinguishing those signal fires. You were clearly in time. There's no sign of an impending Dominion. We didn't stop the attack, you did. You've given us crucial time to bring in reinforcements. Now we can repel this invasion before it gains a foothold. We owe you.
Badly hurt. A little help over here. Ambushed. Of all the stupid luck. I barely got out of there alive. Our scouting party was ambushed. With all the fighting and confusion, we got separated. Really? That would ease my mind. Curse these wounds, or I'd go along with you. The last time I saw my scouts, they were retreating toward the tower. They're raw recruits, and I'm worried about them. Send anyone you find to the base of the tower. I saw the other scouts run up the stairs toward the tower. Watch out. The place is crawling with Dominion troops. We were sent to gather information on the Dominion presence at Farwatch. I can confirm that they're here in full force, and they certainly know how to fight. It's out of the way, and makes a great base of operations. They can signal their ships from the tower. Unless our luck changes quickly, they can use the tower to launch a full-scale invasion of Glenumbra.
I thought I was done for. Thanks for finding me. Yes, I think so. But what about Cecile? She was ahead of us and I saw her get captured. They took her toward the camp on the beach. We can't leave.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Didn't think I'd make it. I barely made it into hiding before more of those bastards showed up. But by the 8, it's good to see a friendly face. Yes, I can make it. I even have information to pass on to my commander, so the scouting mission won't be a complete failure.
Help me!
I really don't like your odds. Hope we find something interesting today.
light metal. Arrived just in time. Not too badly. Luckily, you got here ahead of their interrogator. Thanks for freeing me. Now we have to look... Good to see you again. I hate to think what would have happened to me if you hadn't come along. That we did, thanks to you. Now that we're all back together, we have a better chance to put an end to this Dominion incursion.
Change of plan? What would you like to do? We've already been through more together than... Problem, Sarah? I never used to fight this much, until I met you. Something you needed?
you there. How would you like to do something worthwhile?
There's always more to do.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
I don't buy stolen goods.
Isn't it rude?
You have business here? Hello there.
Something you need to discuss?
I've got just...
Hope we find something in.
The realm of our master.
They're coming for us. last of them. Oh, thank feck. Watching. You lead. Back, you betcha! Them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Good day to you. Have you come at the summons of her ladyship? Lady Laurent, a Daggerfall noble who collects ancient artifacts. She's come to the tombs in search of lost treasures. I only hope she hasn't gotten into trouble again. Well, supper is nearly ready. It's not like her ladyship to be late for dinner, especially when she asked me to open a bottle of her finest wine. Do you suppose something unpleasant?
You've come to the tomb for treasure, of course. Everyone does. In life, I was the royal seneschal of King Anton of Daggerfall. I died in this tomb along with my king. His Majesty's bones have turned to dust, but I remain. Perhaps we can help each other. One favor for another. A noble with delusions of treasure hunting entered the tomb earlier. I can help you find the vault she seeks. In return, you shall help me. Let's make sure you actually have the skills I require before we discuss that. I want to see how you deal with the traps my former liege put in place. Go, speak to the lady. We shall talk more later.
Another adventurer. Of course you know who I am. I'm famous, as you know. When it comes to ancient artifacts, no one in Glenumbra has more expertise than I do. Ah, excellent. My other assistant has been... well, I suppose the technical term is consumed. I told her not to get so close to that giant lizard. Anyway, I could use your help. I'm going to recover the legendary jeweled crown of Anton. Well, as soon as we can get into the locked vault. I understand the place is filthy with traps and undead creatures. You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Oh, you do understand. 4 keys open the vault. The keys of flames, blades, strife, and crowns. 3 of the keys are hidden in this tomb. I have the 4th key. It's an heirloom. Been in my family for generations. Take it, and get the other keys.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
King must use tactics and strategy, never risking his kingdom with reckless actions. A king must tend to each of the bright flames of his kingdom equally.
Wait. I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
A king must be neither too close nor too distant from those who serve his kingdom.
On your feet.
With blade, a king defeats his enemies. In flames, a kingdom is forged. You have passed the trial of kings. The vault shall open. Approach the vault. I will speak to you there. I helped you get this far, so return the favor and free me from this prison. I can't enter the vault, so listen well. There are 2 crowns inside, but you may take only one. One is King Anton's jeweled crown. The other bears the curse that binds me here. I want you to take the cursed crown. No, your soul is already trapped elsewhere. But if anyone else touches it, they will be bound here. They will take my place, and I will be free. Greed and cowardice have a price. She craves this tomb's treasures, but she wants you to take the risks. I would consider this justice.
You made it. Well done. Did you get the crown? That's it. The jeweled crown of Anton. Why, you are quite the capable dungeon delver. Please, place the crown on the table so that I can gaze upon its majesty. Stibbons, could you come and put this lovely crown away, please?
Just
Of
like
course,
home.
my lady. Oh dear. I seem to be dead. How very... I feel drawn to this place now. Bound to it somehow.
I'm free! Now what? I only know how to be a servant. How pathetic.
Stibbons, are you all right?
Of course, my lady. Let me just put this away for you. There we are, my lady. Safe and sound. If you'll excuse me, my lady, I think this stew could use more fish.
Change of plans?
Do you know how long I've been looking for you? General Godwin says he owes his life to you, and his honor.
Even with the alchemist, certainly. Woodworker's shape.
Care to bargain?
Arcane knowledge?
My relief was...
Problem, Sarah? Looking to buy?
A good way.
Sharp.
Something you need to discuss? In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
They're having an important meeting and asked if I give them some privacy. I mean, do you believe it? Where's the trust? Pop on out to the rubbish tip, Cadwell. There's a good lad. Do I mind? Oh, I have no mind. I'm the village bloody idiot.
Welcome back, Vestige. News of Manimarco's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape the searing light of the coming dawn. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molog Baal. The power of his worm cult is broken forever. That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do. In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molog Baal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can show you exactly what I see, if you wish it. Behold the fate of the King of Worms.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One! Let me serve you! Let me prove my loyalty! No more, I beg of you!
Manimarco's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him, despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Saisahar will speak with you first.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny is a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is nearly complete. There is but one link remaining. It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly. You are a great warrior and a trusted friend. And we would like to extend you an offer. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Manimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited to right that great wrong, but destiny requires a 5th. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic, but please, humor an old soldier. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Saisahar. We are equals.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rots of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth and loyalty and justice. I, Saisahar, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorkhan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew, and may the Vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Saisahar is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire,
Stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes.
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be polished enough to shine. We must be pretty damn shiny by now. I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that we haven't had much of a chance to talk as friends. Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is, the farther you go, the harder it is to return. But when you do, if you do, you get to see the place you came from with new eyes. Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Skyrim and settle down. Squeeze out a few whelps. Maybe raise sheep or grow cabbages. What? No! Can you imagine it? Lyra's Titan-born shepherd, farmer, housewife. I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through? You never get used to it. My father, he'll die over and over again for the rest of my life. Grief doesn't go away. You just learn to live with it. But I can live my life with his daring and spirit and joy. That way he'll never die. Not really. Oh, lots of things. Friends lost, missed opportunities, failed endeavors. Maybe the best we can hope for is to end up with the right regrets. I do regret not taking the time to get to know the people I fought with. I hope to change that. One last thing. You like mead? Never? Mead is the honeyed kiss of the gods themselves. You must try some. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention. Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. So, you felled the great Manimarco. Well played. You've done the Empire a great service. The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel is still in grave danger. First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion itself. You must join them. Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nirn and reclaim your soul. I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion, and this much I know. One cannot kill a Daedric prince. But we have the Amulet of Kings. With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including your own. This is where your condition works to your benefit. The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you. Only if we use it here on Nirn. But if we were to travel to Cold Harbor, we might be able to harness its power, imbue you with divine agency enough to challenge the Daedric Prince. but there is a price. Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual. More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Cold Harbor. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face our destinies. The god of schemes must be stopped, Vestige. That is the only thing that matters now.
Hold, adventurer! You're the one I seek. You there! I bring an urgent message.
Traveler, a moment of your time.
You know how long I've been looking for you.
What a beautiful day. Welcome to the Harvest Festival. Is this your first visit to Badman's Hollows? The Badman is one of the old gods, the source of all strife and the god of crop failure. According to local tradition, appeasing him will ensure a good harvest. Superstitious nonsense, but an excellent excuse for a festival. First, we gather baskets of fresh apples and bags of hardy grain. Then we burn them on the sacrificial altar in his honor. After that comes the feast. Help us gather the offering, and I'll see that you get a seat of honor. May our humble offerings bring Sheor's mercy upon us. Then we feast. Like I said before, it's probably just superstition. But as my great-uncle Nicodemus used to say, it couldn't hurt. We're a friendly folk here in the Hollows. We share our traditions with all who would respect them. And it's always nice to see a fresh face at the table. Brothers and sisters, the newcomer has made an offering to the Badman. Join with me in celebration. Badman, stern hand of the harvest, master of blight and plenty, accept this gift. Feed and grow stronger.
May his hunger never be sated. May his roots grow ever deeper.
Well done. As a final step, you must scatter dirt on the fire. According to the legend, just as our crops feed on the soil of the Hollows, so too will the Badman feed. Also, it's a tradition. Humorous.
You're not one of them. Please, you must help me.
Help me get free of these roots. Then I'll explain everything. The dead shock over there. I killed it before these roots grabbed me. Cut out its fire gland, then use it to burn away these roots. Hurry! Lucky you came along when you did. We've got a lot of work to do. That was no harvest festival. Those people are Daedra worshippers, and we're in terrible danger. We need to get out of these tunnels. We're directly beneath the tree. Except it's not a tree. It's a minor Daedric lord. The tree's roots are the key. He channels dark energy through them to keep this pocket of oblivion from collapsing upon itself. Destroying the roots will hurt him. The same way you freed me. Use shock glands to burn the roots in these caverns. That should weaken him. I'll work on planning our escape. Once you've burned the roots, come and find me. Yes, I'm sure you do. Eveline, I was part of a circle of mages testing the boundaries of conjuration. I'd say we were wildly successful, mortal terror notwithstanding. A minor Daedric lord. On this plane, it manifests itself as a giant tree at the center of the Hallows. No, this wasn't the work of any Breton god. The being we're dealing with is a Dremora lord. It adopted the guise of the bad man to lure the gullible into its trap. The search for divine knowledge, natural curiosity, lots of reasons. Look, if we knew it would corrupt our circle, impersonate an old harvest god, and drain the souls of the living, we certainly would have reconsidered. Deep beneath the roots of the tree. We're not in Glenumbra anymore. The Hallows and these tunnels exist on another plane, a pocket realm. The more the tree grows, the larger this realm becomes. If left unchecked, it could destroy half of Glenumbra. I can only assume you were sacrificed. I don't know why you weren't immediately consumed. The souls of the living are like meat and bread to this thing.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
You there. You don't look fascinating. The roots do not consume you. Well, that may prove useful. The name is Finnbeer. I was part of the circle of mages that summoned the Dremora Lord, now posing as the bad man. I can help keep his power in check. The Dremora killed many of my circle. Their undead bones wander these tunnels, clutching the gems we used in the ceremony. Bring me some of them. If the Dremora...
check your odds.
The buoyant homages.
Well, is it done? Well done. Once banished, the Dremora will never be able to return to Nirn. Thank you for your assistance. I hope this ritual will somehow make amends for my part in this whole sordid affair. Farewell, friend. I'll be sure the ritual goes properly next time.
hurt you, but now I'm going to.
I think I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
Well, you got his attention. I can feel his energy shifting. He's angry. You've definitely got his attention. Now we need to take the fight to him. Here are the shocklands I collected. We need to find a way to feed them to the Dremora directly. Nicholas lived? Traitorous, lying bastard. He was part of our circle. If he's alive, he made a deal with the Dremora. But you may be right. The altar may be the answer. We must get you back to...
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homages.
We were wrong! He is angry! So much death. You live? Of course. His anger came after you were consumed in flame. Soon after you were sacrificed, the bad man became enraged. He turned on us, rained death upon the grove. It was consumed in fire. Of course! That may be the only way to defeat him. Quickly now, burn the shocklands at his altar. He'll be forced to consume them, and they'll burn him from the inside out. You must hurry.
You dare to oppose me?
felt it. A shift in the plains. Is it done? We should leave this place. With the Daedra banished, the glen will collapse in upon itself. Thank you for all you've done. I hope you'll have the good taste to not mention that I was involved in all this. Now. Don't cry for Mummy.